Hey, what is up guys, GuitarRock here, welcome back to the counter side video. Alright, today's video we're going to talk about the updated patch that's happening in KR and a little bit of insight on what's to come to us as well, right, for the C server. So let's have a look at a list of things that happened earlier last week, alright, in case you guys missed it. So just a quick one, April roadmap, let's jump into it. So as you guys can see for the April roadmap, again shout out to pride1.co, so let me just zoom in a little bit. If you guys are not aware, in the KR server, they're going to have new employees as you guys can see here, and apparently new rearm as well. So there are 5 employees to be released in April, and one of them is this girl right here, which we will talk about shortly. The 2 employees apparently that might receive rearm might be Kang Soyoung, very probable, Kang Soyoung and Ju Xiang. Alright, so apparently this is the shadow that is being shown. So this one resembles Kang Soyoung definitely for sure, and the right one definitely resembles Jo Xiang. So which is what the speculation is all about, and this is also one of the character. Apparently one of the next few counterparts confirmed to be Mars. It's a she, by the way. I know it looks like a muscular dude, but if you guys read the story, it's actually a she. And I think during the Wilbur story, if you guys missed that one, it was a Dash Horizon one. I thought that was pretty mysterious, and I really wish to know more of her origin story. And let's talk about the new ship. So this one, I'm not sure when this will come to C server. There's a chance it might come really soon, depending on how Zolong plans to do it. But as you can see, it looks like a gun from the far shot. If you look at it, just a quick glance, you might not even notice it's a ship. So apparently the name is Chorus, and passive increase attack speed of all allies by 20%. Pretty cool, I would say, very good passive right there. Apparently, I like it that it doesn't affect a specific class, like a counter or soldier or mech. It just increased everybody's 20%, right? So that's something that's good, I guess, universal. Creates a sound wave that deals damage to enemies and buffs allies within range. So this is in the special skill. To give them 50% evasion and 1.5% HP regen for 10 seconds. And you also, if you are in Elysium Philharmonic employees, you gain additional HP regen. Pretty cool, I would say, giving you evasion and HP regen buff. Last but not least, the ultimate fires a sound wave dealing damage and decreasing enemies hit and attack speed by 50%. So this one might be very annoying in PvP to fight against, especially if you have your hit and attack speed decrease by 50%, but I think there's an operator that helps to counter the attack speed reduction. If I'm not mistaken, was it Replacer King? I can't remember exactly, but one of the operators does give you immunity to attack speed reduction. But this is going to be quite annoying, especially, you know, if you're trying to set up in PvP. I can see this going to be something that a lot of players will try to avoid or will try to not fight against. Okay, so the most recent one, let's talk about the relevant things that's happening in KR server, and most likely there's a very high chance that it will come to C server as well, because you guys know we have had something similar before last time with Awaken Hilde and Awaken Yumina. So the patch, they were buffed in KR, and then the next week C server just got it. Let's talk about these important things. The first one, the main one, and I think this one might affect a lot of players, is Mika Star. So she is getting extremely strong right now. As you guys can see, new effect added on her passive removes sleep status on all allies on deploy. So you deploy her, she just nullifies all the sleep that you have. She might be more useful than the operator, you know, who knows, right? So now you can have a substitute to replace a different operator. So apparently, sleep immunity, evasion plus 200 to all units including herself, alright? And I like that she also gives evasion plus 40% based on HP decrease. Very cool. So sleep immunity is good, but if you're already asleep, it doesn't help much. So to have the ability for her to basically remove sleep status as well for anyone that's already affected is really cool. Alright, so the range of the buff is also increased. This is quite a lot of increase right there, and the buff also affects her. Alright, which is very good. A new effect added on the special skill. Damage targets are skill sealed for 8 seconds. I thought it was pretty interesting. 8 seconds of skill seal. That's quite a long time actually, especially for your enemy to not be able to use any skills. 8 seconds can determine a lot of things in PvP for sure. And ultimate skill, the 25% crit damage buff has been changed to 25% attack buff. I'm not sure if this is actually better. I guess crit damage depends on whether you crit or not, right? If you don't crit, you don't get the increase, but the attack buff is always there. So in most cases, it does make sense. Attack buff is definitely something that she provides. And the sad thing is a lot of characters already give attack buff, so I'm not sure if we need more characters with attack buff, but everything else in addition to what she can do is really good. I really hope to see if she can be viable again in PvP. We have Orochi as well. Unfortunately, C-Server doesn't have her yet. Maybe she's the next. I don't think she's the next counterpass. I doubt she will be coming anytime soon. She should be the next counterpass, I think, if we have an order. So let's have a look. Jisoo. Now this is something that I think excites me and maybe a lot of other players as well. Now why is that? Because Jisoo is by far, if you look at the list of awakened units that we have in terms of our roster, right? You can easily tell that she's probably the worst one, if not the worst awakened unit. Alright, so it's just how it is, So to see her getting a little bit of buff, I think it can be appreciated right here. As you can see, HP is increased by more than 25%. That's more than a quarter. Alright, so she's getting this increase of 27.7%, which is insane. Evasion, 14.3%, pretty insane. Passive. Healing decrease debuff is increased from 75% to 90%. This is crazy. This is crazy. Alright, before this, if you use Jisoo, enemy can still heal. Alright, Evelyn and Claudia can still heal. Because like 75% decrease is not that high, to be honest. I feel like now 90% is like, it's going to affect a lot of things. I feel like if you are trying to counter like the healing teams, alright, outside of Young Harem, because hers is mostly shield, I feel like Jisoo is really good. Alright, she's so strong right now. A special skill, apparently 20% attack debuff is replaced by 15% increased damage taken debuff, which I do appreciate. This one can be quite useful actually, instead of that. And I'm not sure how this works, but if this is the case, she might actually be usable in raid bosses now, because it doesn't say that this doesn't affect bosses, right? Because I remember Frederick Doma have something similar. Now, if you guys are not aware, Frederick Doma has this skill right here on the special skill, I believe. Is it special skill? Yeah, this one right here. Enemies damage taken plus 15% added to the debuff, which makes Frederick Doma very useful in raids. If you guys have been doing the latest inhibitor raids, Frederick Doma boosts your damage by a lot. Alright, this damage taken plus 15%. I wonder if this is exactly like that, because based on the description here, it says 15% increased damage taken debuff. I feel like this puts Jisoo at least in the very usable, very useful unit to have in PvE, right? Again, gotta wait for it and see how it is. Valid hit value increased from 2 to 3. I like it. New effect added. So she gains 15% max HP barrier before and after casting the skill. I like it. This is crazy. This is insane. This is a very massive buff to Jisoo in general. So I am really excited to see her hopefully being useful again in both PvP and PvE. I think this is going to push her beyond the boundaries of what I believe she used to be. She used to be a very niche character, but now I think she's going to be someone that's been used almost everywhere with all these buffs. They also removed this thing called the chess battles from normal campaign, and they will be replaced by normal ones. I assume they mean like the ship that you can put 2 ships and then move one tile like that. They are going to remove that entirely. If that's the case, pretty interesting. And also they are adding this thing called the ship MDL. So apparently all SSR ships will gain 20% MDL in the Gauntlet next update. So this will apply in KR first, might come to C again. Very high chance that it will come to C. It really depends on Zilong, right? So if they want to put it, they will just put it, I guess. 20% MDL, in case you guys don't know what this means, is max damage limit. So that means your SSR ship cannot receive hits more than 20% damage. I think some of you guys might have experienced Elizabeth Rearm, boom, damage half of your ship's HP. That will never happen anymore because of the 20% MDL, if that's the case. So I think this is pretty good, Apparently some raid rollback as well. If you discover a raid, you get less rewards, but they are reverting it to you get as full rewards as before, so which is kind of good. So overall, that's it. Quite a number of good patches. I'm excited for Jisoo for sure, and the ship MDL thing might change how PvP works entirely. I'm curious to hear what you guys think of it as well. Let me know in the comment section below. That's gonna be it for this video. I'm out. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like. Have a nice day. Goodbye.